Okay, welcome to BA 151. I want to make sure everyone just kind of gets an introduction, and I'll try not to make too much more noise. Trying to figure out what I dropped off here to the side. What a way to open up the video, eh? Anyways, I'm Jim McDermott, and I'll be your instructor for this semester, and I hope we have a great semester together. The class really is a lot of fun, at least it is for me, and many of my students over the years have enjoyed the class. We have a lot to cover, 16 chapters, everything from, as you can see with this chapter here, an intro to small business in the sense of, why study business is where you start off in your first chapter. And of course, some of the suggestions are that it'll help you with career opportunities, career progression, and to have a good understanding of having a business sense, whether it be in a for-profits or nonprofits. It's going to be a win-win for you and for the organization, or maybe for some of you, your own small businesses, to have this knowledge. So I think you'll have a great time in the course. There's a lot of material. Try not to be overwhelmed. Remember, it is an introduction. But I will say that you'll find the exams are challenging, but they're right from your textbooks. So all the questions that I pull right from the textbook to use on your exams, and there will be no surprises when it comes to the questions that you'll see. And your midterms and final exams are all true, false, and multiple choice. So in reality, the answer is right there in front of you. So if you read the chapters and do the work in the class, and you should do well. So let's just hope everybody does well. I've got all my sinuses are going crazy as I'm doing this because of all that pollen that's in the air at this time of year when I'm doing this video. But we'll survive and we'll move on. If you have questions throughout the semester, feel free to either email me, call me, but please ask questions. Don't feel shy about asking questions, and I'll do my best to be fair and prompt when I get back to you with a response. As I've said throughout the years, each chapter, many of these chapters are semester long, especially for the business majors and minors. Many of these chapters you can take semesters, like for marketing and finance, and accounting, and HRM, human resource management, etc. are all just chapters for us, but easily could be semester-long classes, and for some of those topics, even degree programs. Whether it be a major or a minor in marketing or economics, etc. So let's have some fun. Do your best. Feel good about getting with me as we go forward. And I'll look forward to your questions and your interaction in the coursework as we move forward. As you can see with your syllabus, there's quizzes every week. A couple of weeks there's even multiple quizzes. So make sure you pay attention to that, because some weeks we have 2 chapters that we're going to have assigned as for reading and to have quiz questions. The quizzes are all computer-based. You do them right there on Blackboard. There's 10 questions per chapter, and I give exactly 15 minutes for you to complete once started. Remember, once you start the quiz, there's no pausing. Same with the midterm. The midterm is computer-based, and it's a 90-minute exam. And then your final exam will be computer-based, but will require a proctor, or if you're in the physical classrooms, I'll be handing out a hard copy for your classes. But for the online classes, it can be proctored, and then kind of a combination of the proctor along with the computer base. So the final exam is just a little bit more energy on your part as far as arranging to make sure you're either using the e-learning center here at UAF, or you're taking advantage of soliciting a proctor within your local communities if you're not here in the Fairbanks area. So we'll have instructions right there on Blackboard for you to follow, so hopefully there won't be any difficulties there. You have a series of essays. The essays require that, I require that the essays are in APA format. Remember to provide support within your narrative of your essay, and then to follow that up with reference page at the end of the essay. Pay attention to word count. Um, that includes just a narrative when I'm talking word count. So make sure that you at least provide the minimum word count that I'm asking for. There's also a maximum. So it does require you to sometimes think things through when you're, because I like to use my wife as a good example. She loves to, to expand on the topic. But I try to, like in business, reports sometimes have to be very concise. So I give you a window of minimum word counts and maximum word counts. And I want you to start practicing. For those of you that may be new, for some of you may be old pros at this, but practicing minimum and maximum and finding that balance, just as you would with a management report in the real world business environment. Let's see, what else do we have going on? I love participation in my physical classes. Of course, participation is right there in the classroom, with some participation going on in the Blackboard environment. But for my online classes, of course, the participation is completely online. It's through a series of discussion questions where we kind of go back and forth, chatting with, whether it be with fellow students, which is a requirement for your participation points that you can earn, or conversing with myself too, which is highly advisable as far as getting my attention, that you're working with the material, getting a good understanding of the material. But you'll see that when you read your syllabus, what the requirements are, the minimum requirements, and again, feel free to get with me if you have any questions. So I hope you enjoy the class. If you feel sometimes if life happens, remember that you have myself to keep in the loop, but remember to also consider your academic advisor, keeping them in the loop throughout the semester, especially if life happens, so they know what's going on. And anyone else of importance, i.e. if you're in the e-learning center, completely online, you would want to let them know what's going on if for some reason, again, life happens. And of course, I know that's very vague to say, well, life happens, but it does. Things do happen. And just want to let you know that there may be avenues for you to let us be the school, the colleges, e-learning center, and your academic advisors. Keeping people kind of in the loop can help us help you if and when those situations arise. Hopefully they don't. Everything goes smoothly, and it will for 95% of you. It'll be just as smooth as the day is long. All right, I'm kind of rambling on here, so I hope you enjoy the class. And again, I'm Jim McDermott. I'll be your instructor. My office number is 907-474-2476. My email address is jcmcdermott@alaska.edu. All right, thank you.